I think if Jerome Powell stepped down, it would be a great thing. I don't know that he's going to, but he should. Jerome Powell's been very bad for our country. We should have the lowest interest rate on earth, and we don't. He just refuses to do it.
Donald Trump wants the Federal Reserve to slash interest rates to just 1%. That's a massive cut. And it comes at a time when the U.S. economy isn't in crisis. So why is Trump pushing so hard? And why are economists worried? Let's break it down. Right now, the Fed's benchmark interest rate is about 4.25 to 4.5%. This rate controls how expensive it is to borrow money. It also affects everything from credit card rates to mortgages to business loans. The Fed usually cuts rates when the economy is in trouble. But the U.S. economy is doing okay. Growth is steady. Unemployment is low. Inflation is cooling down. So Trump's call for a 1% rate is not based on emergency needs. Trump says lower rates will help Americans by reducing government borrowing costs and boosting spending. He claims it will unlock rocket fuel for the economy. And it would also make it cheaper to finance his proposed tax cuts and infrastructure projects. But here's the problem. Slashing rates that low right now could backfire badly. For one, interest rates are not a free lunch. Cutting them too far, too fast, could create dangerous side effects. If the Fed appears to be reacting to political pressure, it loses credibility. That makes investors nervous. And if they lose confidence in U.S. financial policy, borrowing costs could actually rise, the exact opposite of what Trump wants. There's also the risk of reigniting inflation. If borrowing becomes too easy, people and businesses spend more. That increases demand. But if supply doesn't keep up, prices go up. That's what we saw post-COVID. The Fed had to raise rates sharply to bring inflation under control. Going back to 1% too soon could undo all that progress. Some experts are warning that Trump's push is not about economics. It's about politics. Trump is expected to name a new Fed chair next year once Powell's term ends. There are rumors he could appoint someone like Kevin Hassett, an economist aligned with his agenda. That would give Trump more influence over the Fed than any president in recent history. Even now, Trump is using pressure tactics. He's calling for rate cuts while pushing big tariffs on dozens of countries. That's inflationary. And it puts the Fed in a tough spot. If it cuts rates now, it could be seen as folding under political pressure. If it doesn't, it risks being blamed for slowing growth. There's another angle here. Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act includes tax breaks and infrastructure spending. That adds to the federal deficit. Cutting interest rates makes it cheaper for the government to borrow more. But it doesn't solve the core issue, that is, ballooning debt. And it could make future debt crises worse. Trump's team argues that lower rates are needed to stay competitive with countries like China. But the Fed's job is to manage inflation and employment, not politics. Powell and other Fed officials have said they want to see sustained progress before making any cuts. For now, markets expect the first real cut only by the end of the year. This isn't just a battle over numbers. It's a battle over who controls America's economic future. The Fed has stayed independent for decades. Now, that independence is being tested. Will Powell hold his ground? Or will Trump's pressure win? That decision could shape interest rates, inflation, and investor confidence for years to come. And it could decide whether the next boom turns into the next bust.